Number 10, given the function that we have, we want to find the vertex, determine if there is a max or min, and the value. We want to find the range and the intervals on which the function is increasing and or decreasing. All right. So I'm going to write this function down. We have f of x equals x squared minus 8x plus 15. Okay. Now, we can answer a couple of these, or maybe one of these now. So down here, we want to find the vertex. I'm going to say B. The vertex, we want to find there's a max or min, and find the value. We want the range. We want increasing, decreasing. Just writing this at the bottom. Most of our work is going to end up down here. Increasing, decreasing. All right. Based on the A value, this is positive, means your endpoint is going to go up. So your parabola is going to be opening, keep cutting it off. Keep cutting this off the screen. Parabola is going to be opening upward, like this. So we're going to have a minimum. Don't know what that is, but we do know we will have a minimum. And that, you can find that out in standard form or change it to vertex form. All right. So now we're going to work and change it to vertex form. So we're going to move the constant over. So we're going to have x squared minus 8x plus blank equals negative 15. So setting it equal to 0, moving it to the other side. Take half of this and square it. So divide by 2. That will be a negative 4, and we're going to square that. All right, so that's what I'm going to add to both sides, negative 4. And I didn't have to factor anything out because that was a 1. So that's why I'm just going ahead and adding. And then negative 4 squared is 16. Now we're going to factor. So it'll be x and the minus 4 squared equals 1. And then move it all back over. And then you'll have f of x equals x minus 4 squared minus 1. Okay. So we have this factored in standard, vertex form. So now it's going to be easier to answer all of these. So vertex is going to be 4, negative 1. The minimum value is going to be the y value of a negative 1. And so now this is what we're looking at. I don't know everything about this problem. I do know it's going up because we have a minimum. I know that value. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1. This is the point, and the problem is going to be going upward like this. I don't know the other points, but this is what I do know. All right, so from there, we can determine our range. So if this is the lowest point in the y direction, which is, 4, negative 1. So this is, negative 1 is the lowest point. All the rest of your y values are above here. So you can say your range is y is greater than or equal to negative 1. So all the points, negative 1 and above. Okay, or you can write it like this. You can write in a bracket, negative 1 up to positive infinity. You always go from smallest to largest. Because it's solid line or equal to, you want to put a bracket. That's what that underline stands for. All right. And then increasing, decreasing interval. From left to right is the way you read a graph, the same way you read a sentence. Same way you read anything, going from left to right. So although this arrow is pointing upward, we're reading from the left side coming this way. So all the way from the left. This arrow indicates that it's going to continue going toward the left. So we read this on the x-axis. Okay. So all the way on the left, this is negative infinity. So if you have an arrow coming from left to right, this is from negative infinity coming over in the x direction, going left to right, and stopping at the x value of 4. So this guy is decreasing from negative infinity to 4. Okay? And that's left to right. So from negative infinity to 4, that's when it stops. Okay? And then going from 4 all the way over to, in the x direction, positive infinity is increasing. So increasing from 4 to positive infinity. Now, with increasing and decreasing interval, you don't have to put brackets. You just put it in parentheses all the time. Okay. So now let's insert this information. The vertex is 4, negative 1. The parabola opens upward, has a minimum, negative 1. The range, and it says use interval notation. Okay, so interval notation will be this method right here. So we're going to do a bracket, negative 1 to infinity, close parentheses. And then the function is increasing, so from 4 to infinity, increasing. To infinity, and then decreasing from negative infinity to 4. And remember, just always go left to right, always go smallest to largest in that order, and then you'll be fine.